All right, what's up, guys? So, yeah, Activision said that they're not worried about Battlefield 6, and they said that they believe Call of Duty is, quote, too big to fail, unquote. Now, here's the thing, Call of Duty, don't get me wrong, it's a okay game. I'm not gonna say that it's solid, and I'm not gonna say it's the best game that I've ever played. The old Call of Duties, yeah, they were definitely some games, to talk about and recommend and let people know. I'm like, yeah, this Call of Duty, definitely play it. But as the years go on and you see Call of Duty is trying to go down the route of being a Fortnite game, and I'm like, look, there's nothing wrong with following the formula of Fortnite, but at the same time, you still got to have core Call of Duty. And I feel like Call of Duty hasn't been Call of Duty since what game came out before Black Ops 4? Cause all right, which COD came out before yeah, Black Ops 4, Call of Duty, all the Call of Duty was perceived by. So Call of Duty World War II, that was and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And that's crazy where it's like you look at Call of Duty World War II. Yeah, that was because I remember they had like that open world oh not well, it wasn't open world, but it was like a lobby area, you can like kind of just run around and chill with your friends in World War II. I was like, fam, okay, Call of Duty is heading in the right direction. Like, this is going to, I feel like that the series is only going to get better. And then prior before that, yeah, Infinite Warfare, and you look at it, it's like, dang, bro, what happened? It's like you guys was like one of the top games in the world and stuff. Like, how is it that you guys release classics like Black Ops 1 through 3 and 3, the PC version of 3, Modern Warfare 1 through 3, the original Modern Warfare series, and then yeah, you release those like World at War, you release those Call of Duties, and now it's like you're just trying to be a game that's like following trends now, and it's crazy to me. It's like you look back and you see games like Call of Duties like Infinite Warfare where it's better than Call of Duty games. I guarantee and I promise you, more people probably play Infinite Warfare than they did what was that one? Call of Duty Vanguard. Because Call of Duty Vanguard, it's like, what was that? Like, what was that game? It seemed like that they just kind of released that game. They was like, okay, we can't just say like, oh, we're only going to focus on Warzone, so let's just kind of slap a Call of Duty game together, and then, but yeah, we're just going to put all of our time and attention in Warzone. You can't do that, man. There's everybody is not jumping up and playing. There's people that's going to want to play the campaign. There's people that's going to want to play multiplayer. There's people that's going to want to play zombies. It seems like that. And I think the one modern Call of Duty that actually did good was Black Ops Cold War. That was the one where I'm like, yeah, zombies was good. Multiplayer was decent. The campaign was kind of weird towards the end, but still, it was, it's a Call of Duty campaign. You can't go wrong with a Call of Duty campaign. But at the same time, it's like you guys, it just seemed like that your time and attention was focused on Warzone. But when you look at games, like if you're trying to be in the same, following the footsteps of Fortnite, look at all the different content that Fortnite has versus the content that Call of Duty has. I feel like that Fortnite has like 100 times more content than the latest or the last 2, 3 Call of Duties. If not, like what every modern Call of Duty from Modern Warfare 2019 all the way up until the present Call of Duty, because it just seems like the main thing that they focus on is Warzone. You don't focus on no other stuff. It's like I feel like that zombies should have like a new map coming out like what once a month, or if not that, then every couple of months. But it just seems like that it's like, no, we're gonna focus on Warzone. Okay, then do more modes in Warzone. But it just seems like that it's like, okay, we'll do like the respawn Warzone, and then you just then when you die, then it's like you got pretty much join a whole new game. But it's like you're not doing any things that's like, oh man, like I gotta jump in and play Warzone. In Call of Duty, it just, yeah, it's like it might as well just be Call of Duty Warzone. Like, I don't know why you guys keep releasing a Call of Duty game every year, because the main focus is gonna be Warzone. So that's why I'm like, now putting yourself on that same scale as Battlefield, where I'm like, okay, you look at the visual aspect of Battlefield, because I did play it earlier. I did get a chance to play Battlefield earlier. Yeah, I did get dog walked in that game, but overall though, I did have fun. I was like, nah, this is definitely I see myself playing and getting back into. But it's like the way that Battlefield 6, like like it's being talked about, being broadcast, all that, I feel like how I did back in high school when Battlefield 3 and 4 was coming out. especially Battlefield 3. Like 4 was good. 3, in my opinion, that was the Battlefield to, yeah, like if you gonna get in the Battlefield, get into 3. 4 was good too. Like, don't get me, I had to say those was probably like the peak Battlefield games. But then when you see they start going in a different direction, talking on like 1.5 and 2042, like 1 and 5 was all right. 2042, it's like, bro, you at least a campaign should have been added into that game. But it seemed like that, I think what EA was trying to do, they were trying to follow in the footsteps of Call of Duty and do like a Black Ops 4 thing with Battlefield 2042. And I'm like, that's not gonna work. You have to have multiple. That's why I had to say Fortnite is so successful, is because they got a bunch of different stuff that you can do in there. So when Battlefield 6 comes out, there needs to be a lot of content in that game. It needs to be something where it's like, wow, like I'm overwhelmed with the amount of content that Battlefield 6 has. If the game is just only gonna be like, okay, yeah, have campaign multiplayer and then that's it, yeah, people are going to grow tired of the game, especially if they done leveled up to everything and it's like there ain't nothing else to unlock and all that. Battlefield 6 is gonna fall off then. But if you have like multiple things that you could do in there, whether it's, yeah, and even they could do some stuff like that where have like some like mission creators and stuff, yeah, kind of following the foot. Because when you look at games like Arma, for an example, and all the different like modded things that they have in there, do that. Have like some mods that you can download for Battlefield 6. I feel like that would be amazing for Battlefield 6. But Call of Duty, on the other hand, it's like, yeah, I feel like if EA, if they sit down and they listen to the fans, for Battlefield 6, there's no way possible Battlefield 6 is gonna fail. But if they don't listen to the fans, then yeah, I think that, yeah, we'll see Battlefield 6 fail before we see Call of Duty. Because, yeah, with Call of Duty, I feel like they got more money. All they just got to do is, yeah, let's have Nicki Minaj come out with another skin. Let's have some other celebrity or somebody that don't play Call of Duty. Let's have them come out with some skin in the game or some TV show characters and stuff. That's how they keep getting people sucked in. But other than that, it's like, and then having it where it's like some big content creators, let's just go and send them out stuff for free and things, and then have it where they're promoting it because we know that their fans is going to be wanting to play whatever game that their favorite content creator is playing. So, but yeah, that's why I'm like, Battlefield 6, this game needs to be a game for the people that play Battlefield 3 and 4. This needs to be a game for the content creators. This needs to be the game for the people that's getting off work and they just want to have a game to play. This is the game that's going to bring friends together, couples together. This needs to be like the greatest shooter game of this year. It needs to be one of those games where it's like, wow, like Battlefield is cleaning up with awards. People are all like, hey, let's play Battlefield tonight and things. It needs to be a game where it's like it's being talked about every day. But if they ain't gonna do that, then yeah, then pretty much what Activision is saying, it's it's not, there's going, unless it's like some indie developer where they just randomly slap some game together, that would be the only way a game will be able to knock Call of Duty out of its throne. But if, like I said, if EA listens to the fans, Battlefield 6, and then that's the thing, and that's what they got to do too with Battlefield 6, is have it where it's like, yeah, release DLCs and all that stuff, and then after some time, have it where the DLCs is dirt cheap, just like, or giving them away for free, just like how you guys did with 3 and 4. Because that was one thing where it's like, yeah, you look up and then you see a free DLC for Battlefield, and it's like, whoa, all right, then cool. That's what Battlefield, it needs to be exactly like how 3 and 4 was. Because when you think back, which were the most successful Battlefield games? Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 4. 1, 5, 2042, and any other Battlefield before Bad Company 2, yeah, those are well-respected games. But Bad Company 2, 3, and 4, by far the best Battlefield games of all time. So you go in that direction, yeah, Call of Duty is definitely going to fail, especially when it was like, there's this picture that's been going around where they're showing how it's like 8 million people were viewing Battlefield 6 on Twitch, and it was only like in the thousands for Call of Duty. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So, but anyways, but I know people will probably ask that question too. Like, do you think Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is gonna be bigger than Battlefield 6? No. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. If all we're gonna just do is get like a few more skins, some campaign, a couple of maps in multiplayer, because they don't really be focused on multiplayer like that. They want to just push everybody in Warzone if that's what the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is going to be, Call of Duty, yeah, Black Ops 7 when it comes out, it's not gonna be good. I guarantee and I promise you that. So, but if like I said, if EA listens to the fans, Battlefield 6 is definitely gonna be the shooter game of the year and stuff. So, but anyways, yeah, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.